From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And on the mound today, Shohei Ohtani. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Jung-Hoo Lee, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Hard hit, left field, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So digging in, Tyler Fitzgerald.
This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball.
Just off the outside edge, and that's ball 1.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games, so I'm excited to see what he does in this one.
Pickoff move to first. Lee back on a dive. Fouled off down the right side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Oh. That catches the outside corner. And now 2-2.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Willie Adames stands in. Fly ball to right. Pajes pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down. Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, you know, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
And that one is lifted in the air. Reaching for it and brings it in. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Logan Webb. What do you look for here?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be, because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Mookie Betts, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And a pitch. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. On the ground, out to short, and that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
A little bit out in front of that off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate, but he did just enough to drop it in fair down the line.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. That's off the mark, and that is ball one. Betts gets his lead at first, nobody out. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Next pitch downstairs, 2-1. And that's in for a strike. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And that's downstairs. And that's ball one. First and second here, no outs. Hard hit, base hit. Flying around third is Betts. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark and he scores.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch misses.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. First and second, no outs. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. Off the plate inside, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
No outs, runners at first and second. Next offering is down low.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
To third. Slings it across. Gets the catcher by a step. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Second and third, one away. On the ground, right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. They get the out on Muncy.
Batting 7, right fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes will hit next. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. Outside low, 1-0.
Well, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
Here's a 1-1. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Freeman at third. Hernandez on at second with 2 down. Swings over the top of that one. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Giants nothing. Back here in L.A., second inning set to go. So here's Wade now.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Ohtani, 30 years old now. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
That's the ball.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that one is inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Here's Elliot Ramos. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Next offering misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Just missed. One out, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Man at first, digging in, Mike Yastrzemski. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 1. Two outs. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Pajes. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. One left for San Francisco. They trail things here 2-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And here is Michael Conforto. Webb back to work. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And that just misses.
1 and 2.
And a ball and 2 strikes. And down on strikes he goes. Now 1 away.
Well, he froze him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
Check swing of the first pitch. Look down to third. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. To the right side. Wade takes it to the bag. Steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
And now it's Mookie Betts. He led off the bottom of the first with a single and then came in to score. And it's fouled away. Turns and fires to Betts. And there's a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Dodgers go down quietly as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Top half of the third inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Grant McCray. Just missed. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So the lineup flips over. And up next for the Giants, Jung-Hoo Lee. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. In there for strike 1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Tyler Fitzgerald, the next Giant to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout. Ball 1, no strikes. Lee over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1-1.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, shortstop Willie Adames.
And now the shortstop, Willie Adames. He's 0 for 1. In the dirt, but kept close. He's in there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball. Pulls that one foul. Man at second. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing and a chopper out to short. Throw on to Freeman, and that'll do it. So the Giants leave one. They trail it here 2-0. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. Tommy Edman at the plate. Just missed.
1-0.
That one pushed to the left and foul. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. McCray turns to the right on the move. And there's one down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That
Ball
misses, and that's ball one. That one missing inside. That's too low, and that's ball three.
3-0.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
One down, base is empty. That to right. Yastrzemski sizes this one up, makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Up next for the Dodgers, left
Two down,
fielder,
base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1.
Swings through that one for strike two.
0-2.
And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Dodgers down in order, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Chapman gets a piece there. Next offering upstairs.
That's out the corner.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Not in time to get him, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
It was a healthy cut, but the same can't be said for the contact. He got just enough of the ball to put it in play, and that's all he needed. Tough play for the defense on what was kind of a swinging bunt.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Ground ball right side, could be two. One at second. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Elliot Ramos, the next Giant to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That's in there. Strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And a foul ball. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. They're still down. It's 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Out to short. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast assemble.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
Max Muncy at the dish. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is in for a strike. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, but great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
Ground ball up the middle. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. At the plate, Andy Pajes. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
It's through for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. Struck out looking at his first at-bat. Outside low, and that is ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Muncy over at second. Pajes over at first with 1 away. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Fired to second. Over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. A hit and an error in the inning, but they fail to score. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Giants nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready now for the 5th inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit, Patrick Bailey. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Here's a 1-1. Hit in the air, left field. Hernandez makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting right fielder,
Mike Yastrzemski, the second MLB Yaz, steps in. Flied to right his first time. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Strike one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Here's a high chopper. Over to first. 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Grant McCray. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that's down and away. McCray, 24 years old, usually in center field, but today starting in left. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
One thing I always felt if I played left field instead of center field was that the ball gets out there to you pretty quick, and the most important play is that ball down the left field line, getting to it, cutting it off, making a strong throw to keep that single instead of turning it into a double.
2 down, nobody on. That one fouled off. 2-2. And the sweeper misses for a ball.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Lee in the box again, takes a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
That one fouled off.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
0-2 now. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Ohtani. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Giants nothing. Back here in L.A., John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, number 6. Webb back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Next offering misses down and away. That misses. Yeah, that's ball 2. On the ground to first. Wade. He takes it on his own. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Singled and scored back in the 1st. He's 1 for 2.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
The 0-1.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
The shortstop takes the ball. Out towards left center. Lee on the move. Corrals it. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Tommy.
And here comes Tommy Edman. He is singled and he is flied to left. And first offering is fouled off.
With 2 out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
Fought off foul. Two outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. And 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top 2-0. Top 6. Now at the plate, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Tyler Fitzgerald.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, these Giants need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Willie Adames, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings through that one. 0-1.
1 strike.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And it's 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Strike 2. One down, base is empty, and it's filled up. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, he can hit a home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it pays off here.
Chapman in the box with one away as he takes ball one. The Dodgers have some action in their pen. Tanner Scott looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trinan, the right-hander, also getting loose.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That's a hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
First baseman, Lamont Wade Jr.
First and second, one out. Now, Lamont Wade Jr. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Adames on second. Chapman at first. One gone. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Fastball is outside. Runners at first and second with one gone. Into center. Edmonds sprinting for this one. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. And there's two down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Next will be the Giants DH, Elliot Ramos, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and he popped it up. Pajas sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And that's the third out. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Giants nothing. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. And that is downstairs. 1-0. And another ball. Way out front for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And he grounds one to the right side. And that one handled. Tosses to first.
Yep,
leadoff man retired in the 6th.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Hernandez up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Next offering is fouled back.
No, that's a ball.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. McCray on the move to the alley and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Smith up to the plate for the third time as he looks at one down low. 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. And a strike in there. That one the other way, and a base hit right there. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Dodgers.
There comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Logan Webb won't go any further, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Eric Miller takes over on the mound.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Two outs, runner at first. Here comes Max Muncy. That misses. Ball one.
One ball, no strike.
And that one pulled foul. Smith, the runner at first with two gone. A changeup missing. 2-1. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Randy Rodriguez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Next pitch is downstairs. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Gone. He'll touch them all. It's 4-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 2. Fouled off left side. That one down the line, and foul ball. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Yastrzemski brings it in with a nice running grab. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Alex Vesia.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Patrick Bailey getting ready to hit. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. And that's way high. And that's ball one.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, you know, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Now batting, right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
So, man aboard. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
On the ground, could be two. Throws to second for one. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for San Francisco, Grant McCray. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
1 strike.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Giants go down quietly. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Michael Conforto will climb in. That one drilled left field. That's a base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Man at first, nobody out. Now it's the second baseman. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Next offering way off the plate. And there's a ball.
2-1. Ball. 3-1.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Check swing, called strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
And strike 1 to Mookie Betts.
0-1.
First and second, no outs. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now one away.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Yeah, that's fouled off. One out. Runners at first and second. Chases that one out of the zone. And there's 2 away.
You know, part of the key to making that back foot slider so effective as a strikeout pitch is being in an advantage count as a pitcher. You really put that hitter at the plate on the defense when you get ahead 0-2. So a tight slider that bores in on you looks like something you have to go after.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. First pitch, not close. Two on, 2 outs. Line drive. Reaches, but can't make the grab. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag, too late, he scores. And the lead is up to 5.
Well done, drives in the run. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Eric Miller will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New arm for the Giants, Randy Rodriguez.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
First and second, 2 outs. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Ground ball to the right side. Wade steps on the bag, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Michael Grove.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And now the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Grove in his 3rd season, 28 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2018. Action in the pen down there. Anthony Banda, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Kopech also getting ready. This one smoked, could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time. First out in the top of the 8th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. Foul ball there. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That's inside. Here's the pitch to Adames. Swing and a high fly ball to left. 2 away.
Now batting third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Chappie steps to the dish to take his cuts. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands.
And that is that. One left for San Francisco. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Bottom of the 8th. The batter now will be Will Smith.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And first offering is fouled off. And there's the strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Landon Root preparing to come on if needed. That missed by a lot. And a count 1-2. Good eye right there. Good job to fight that one off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ground ball right side. Whips it to first. And they get the out on Smith.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. He's already homered in this game. On the ground. The throw to first. They get the out on Muncy.
Now batting, right fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
And that's outside. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That misses the zone. 2-2. Right through there. Got him. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they go quietly there through 8 full. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Giants nothing. All set to start the 9th in this one. And here's the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr. Grove back to work. Cut on and lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. Now it's the DH, Elliot Ramos. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That one hit to right. Pulls it in on the run. That's out number 2.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And that is out of play. They're down to their final strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
The Giants down to their final strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
5-0 the final in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long